first grade. How you doing? And I hope you're ready to learn. Before we do, let's start off with a little joke. What did one math book say to the other math book? Leave me alone, man. I got my own problems. Yeah, so today that's what we're going to do. We're going to learn more about how to solve math problems, addition problems in particular. As a matter of fact, I'm going to teach you today the most important and the most useful problem-solving strategy for first graders. But before we get to work, let's take care of some official business.
The standards addressed in this lesson is Common Core Standard 1.0A.C.6, adding and subtracting within 20, demonstrating fluency for addition and subtraction within 10. And the New Mexico State Standard 1.0AA1, using addition and subtraction within 20 to solve word problems involving situations of adding to, taking from, putting together, taking apart, and comparing with unknowns in all positions. For example, using objects, drawings, and equations with a symbol for the unknown number to represent the problem. The learning objective of this lesson is as follows. By the end of this lesson, students will be able to create pictorial representations for simple math problems and then use it to accurately solve the addition problem.
Okay, guys, so if you remember in the last class, we had our little work mats and we were dealing with stories about bears. And the bears, they loved to swim in a pond. And so they'd all hang around the pond, and then some bears would swim, and some more bears would swim. And then we'd look at our mat, and we'd figure out how many bears were swimming all together by counting. So, for example, if we had 3 bears were in the pond, and 3 more bears came to swim with them, how many bears were swimming all together? And by using our bear manipulatives, we were able to put 3 bears in the pond, then 3 more bears in the pond, and we counted 6 bears altogether. We solved our problem. Today, we're going to learn a strategy called draw a picture. So instead of taking actual little bear manipulatives, we're going to read the problem and make a pictorial, big word, a picture representation of that problem. And then we're going to use that picture to solve the problem. Here, let's take an example.
All right, so let's take a look at this little example we have here. The problem says there were 2 fish swimming together. 1 more fish came to play. How many are all together? So this is just like the bear problems we did the other day, except we don't have bears. So we're going to use pictures instead. So it says 2 fish. So I'm going to get 2 fish. 1, 2. 2 fish were swimming together. 1 more came to play. How many are all together? 1 fish. 2 fish were swimming. 1 more fish came. How many are all together? We count. 1, 2, 3. 2 plus 1 equals 3. 3 fish altogether. Okay, guys, let's look at another problem. In this problem, we see that 4 bees were flying around the flower. 3 more bees joined them. How many bees were there now? Okay, so we started with 4 bees around the flower. So let's get 4 bees around the flower. 1, 2, 3, 4 bees around the flower. 3 more bees joined them. How many were all together? Okay, so let's draw those 3 bees. 1, 2, 3. 4 bees were around the flower. 3 bees came to join them. How many bees are all together? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 bees all together. We used a picture of the bees to see how many bees are all together, and we solved the problem that way. And the math sentence would be 4 plus 3 equals 7.
Okay, so what did I tell you? This is a pretty good problem-solving strategy, isn't it? But I know what you're thinking. Is this math class or is it art class? I mean, I like to draw and everything, but I can't be spending all of math class drawing pictures. And that's true, you have a point. So here's the secret. No matter what the story's about, we're going to use dots instead of pictures. Dots are really easy to do, and they're easy to count. So let's look at the same problems we just did using dots.
All right, so let's quickly look at those same 2 problems using our shortcut. Now we don't have to be artists in math class. We're simply going to put a dot to represent all objects in our math stories. So the story said there were 2 fish swimming together. 1 more fish came to play. How many are there all together? So let's see. Instead of fish, I'm going to use a dot. So there's 1 dot, 2 dots. So there were 2 dots, 2 fish swimming all together, and 1 more came. How many are all together? So now we're not going to count fish, we're going to count dots, and we're going to get the same answer. 1, 2, 3. 3 fish all together. Okay, let's look at the bee problem. Same way. We're not going to draw bees, we're just going to use dots. It said 4 bees were flying around the flower. 3 more bees joined them. How many bees were there now? So we had 4 bees that started out. 1, 2, 3, 4 bees flying around the flower, and then 3 bees joined them. 1, 2, 3 more bees joined them. How many bees are there now? So we're going to count the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bees altogether.
Okay, so you think you have it? Let's do a few problems together. I'm going to put a few problems up for you to view. Hit pause. And when you think you have the answer solved, hit play and we'll solve it together. We'll do a couple of problems that way, and then I'll give you some independent work to do on your own.
Okay, so let's do a couple of problems on our own, and then we'll solve them together, and then you'll go and do some independent work. Okay, so this problem says there were 3 birds in a tree. 2 more birds landed in the tree. How many birds are there in the tree now? Okay, so we're going to use dots to solve the problem. Hit pause, solve the problem, and when you think you have an answer, hit play and we'll solve the problem together. Okay, welcome back. Let's see how well you did. So it says there are 3 birds in a tree. So let's put the 3 birds in a tree. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. And 2 more birds landed in the tree. 2 more birds landed in the tree. 1, 2. How many birds are there in the tree now? How many birds are in the tree now? So we simply count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 birds. Did you get 5 for your answer? If you did, good job. If not, try to see where you made your mistake and see if you could do better this time. All right, let's work on this problem. It says 4 turtles were on a log. 1 more turtle climbed on the log. how many are on the log now? All right, use your draw a picture strategy to solve this problem. Click pause, and when you're ready to review the answer together, hit play, and I'll be here. All right, let's see how you did. It says 4 turtles were on a log. So I take my 4 turtles, but of course I'm not going to draw turtles. I'm just going to use dots. 2, 3, 4 dots. That represents 4 turtles that were on the log. And then 1 turtle climbed on the log to join them. Let's see how many are on the log now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 turtles on the log. How'd you do? Did you get that answer right? I hope so. Okay, now it's time for you to show what you know.
Okay, so there we go. Draw a picture. Great problem-solving strategy. Now use that strategy to solve the handful of problems I have for you. Once you've solved those problems, we'll get back together and see how you did. A note to the interviewers, thank you if you made it this far. I appreciate you giving me your time and attention. Obviously, at this point, the kids would go back, do the work independently. I'd see if they got the concept. If not, then we'd talk about what issues needed to be resolved. And I'd give them some more remedial work to do. Also, I want you to note I'm in the middle of the Navajo reservation. I've been teaching here. And obviously with the lockdown, I've been locked down in government housing and have absolutely no access to teaching supplies. No whiteboard, no smartboard, no anything. So I had to make do with basically no teaching supplies. So please understand that. Thank you, and hope to hear from you soon.